Welcome back to Economics Learning. Today I will discuss measures to reduce debt burden, debt service charges, and debt service ratios effort to get rid of external debt. First one is removal of dual gap. Most of the underdeveloping countries suffer from saving gap and foreign exchange gap. Therefore, there is need to remove such gaps. In order to remove saving gap, need to is increase the income of saving and saving of the people. In this way, saving could match the investment again. Remove to a foreign exchange gap, need to increase the export of a country through export promotion measures. Thus, when both of the gap are removed, a country's dependence on foreign assistance, foreign aid, and foreign debt will decrease. Accordingly, the debt and debt charges can be relieved of. Second point is implementation of expenditure switching and reducing policies. The tight fiscal and monetary policies will be helpful in reducing the imports and increasing the export again by following devaluation, depreciation, exchange control, export subsidies, tariffs and quotas like measures. The imports can be decreased and export can be increased. Those when imports are curtailed and exports are increased, the foreign exchange earning of the country could be increased. As a result, the debt will not be accumulated. Third point is productive project. The projects started with the help of foreign loans must be productive. That is, they should yield such an amount of return that they could pay the debt as well as services of the debts. Fourth point is improvement in terms of trade. That rising debt burden are also attributed to the deterioration in terms of trade of underdeveloping countries. Therefore, the need is to improve the terms of trade of underdeveloping countries or check the following tendency of terms of trade of underdeveloping countries. For this purpose, underdeveloping countries should depend upon buffer stock schemes for their agriculture and primary products, while developing countries should reduce quantitative and qualitative restrictions on the exports of underdeveloping countries. Consequently, with improvement in terms of trade, the earning of underdeveloping countries would increase, their dependence on loan will come down. Fifth one is competitive forces. The international capitalistic system is based upon price mechanism, but practically such mechanism has lost its efficiency as whole of the world market, including trade, finance, and capital, are furnished with monopolies. The big firms enjoy monopolistic powers while selling their goods, services, capital, and technologies. Accordingly, the underdeveloping countries have to pay higher prices, leading to bring a big drain on the resources of underdeveloping countries. In this way, the debt burden of underdeveloping countries are increasing. Therefore, the need is to restore competitive forces in trade, finance, and capital at world level. This will save the resources of underdeveloping countries and debt burden will not increase. Sixth point is self-dependence. In order to avoid debt burden, that underdeveloping countries will have to depend upon their own resources for the sake of social and economic development. They will have to revise their economic policies, particularly regarding government's expenditure and taxes. The like Pakistan should reduce their expenditure, increase their tax base, privatize their SOEs. Regarding deregulate their economies, and those project sectors and governments departments be abolished which don't contribute to exchequer or which create losses to the nation. It means that domestic resources mobilization can also be reduced by burden of foreign debts. Last point 7 is in international agencies. The international agencies like IMF, IBRD, IFC, and IDA should be sympathetic and considerate of our underdeveloping countries. They should provide international finance at concessionary rates. They should arrange for talks between the international debtors and creditors. In this way, the matter of remission of loans, grace period in repayments of loans fall in the interest rates grants instead of loans, and rescheduling of loan could be negotiated. The role of rich countries in international lending agencies be reduced. The international economics and financial issues be removed in such a way that the interest of the poor countries could be protected. Thanks for watching.